Jacqueline, giving God the glory, and welcome back to my channel. And today I have some lovely women with me. This is our team. This is Miss Nadine, this is Miss Narisha, and Miss Sharon. And today it is Motivation Monday, Mastermind Monday, whatever you want to call it. But we got some tidbits and we want to share. So, starting off with Miss Nadine, what do you have for the people?
Well, what I have for the people today is about protection. You know, when we talk about building our house, we have to understand the first building block that we need to take care of our house, to take control of our house, is protecting it. Because we want to make sure we protect it.
Yeah.
Right? In case something happened. Suppose you get disabled. What's going to happen to you? What's going to happen to you, Narisha? Or Miss Sharon? And if you have children, what that protection gonna do for your family? Even if you don't have children, what life changes that might happen to you and your family? That's gonna act fast. Oh boy, I'm getting tongue-tied.
Right.
Because I'm getting so excited about this.
Right.
Because this is not a conversation that we should have.
Right.
We should have these conversations, but we're not having these conversations.
Right.
You know, it's like taboo when you talk about protection. And it has nothing to do with age. It has all to do with how we're going to leave a legacy behind.
That's it.
For our next generation, or how we're going to protect ourselves in case something happens. Disabled, terminal illness, cancer. We've seen this happen so much now, more than anything else. So that's my tip for today.
All
I
right.
can keep going, you know.
We can, and we know we can.
Yes, but we're going to keep going.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Miss Narisha, what do you have that you would like to say?
Well, with knowing, getting your protection, you need to know how to calculate that. So we use the dime method. D for debt, I for income, M for mortgage, and E for education. So adding those things up is going to help give you an estimate of how much protection you're going to need for your family if something was to happen to you. And that's my tip for today.
All right. Thank you.
Wow.
Miss Sharon?
Well. As Nadine had said about protection, we have what we call building that foundation. I'm going to camp onto that because we have to first of all set that foundation. But then from the foundation, what we do is we do debt management. We have to make sure that we have things in place as far as protecting our expenses or liabilities. We want to make sure that we don't have anything hanging out there, because if in the case of an emergency or disability, our families are left with that debt. Not only mourning us, but they are left with that debt. So we want to clear our expenses. We want to minimize our expenses. We want to go ahead also and make sure, especially given the pandemic that we're still experiencing somewhat, is to make sure that we have everything. As far as an emergency fund is concerned, we want to have somewhere between 3 to 6 months, or maybe longer, really, to protect our families, just in case we have a flat tire, we have a car, busted car. Some appliance or whatever breaks in our house. We want to be protected there. Then we can go ahead and go forth from there. Thank you so much. That's my tip for today.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. I want to close out by saying about the investment side of this nature, because just like we're all financial professionals and we are here at WFG, and you can see our pins all say financial literacy campaigners. But the one thing that I always want to tell people is that, yes, society is like invest in your future. But what I would suggest is that you also buy one. By going ahead and purchasing things like life insurance policies and investing and doing these things, you're literally buying a future. It is a small price to pay for the return on the investment. It's just like popping something in there. You set it and forget it. And those are those things that we need to be doing that we don't think about. Like, people are putting their money up in these investments or in these life insurance policies, and they're not just for people, to experience when you're dead. They have living benefits to them. So I would definitely suggest that we not only just invest in our futures, but we buy one. We're buying money today for when we are 65. You're buying money tomorrow for when you turn 70. These are things that you put into place. This is how you actually financially plan, because we're all trying to get our lives together, and we have this thing called get our life. I need to get my life together. But how do you actually do that? You do that by doing what each and every one of these ladies just said, and then you put that dollar amount on there, and then you actually invest in that which is what you're going to need in the future. So don't just invest in things like stocks and bonds, and yes, those things are great, but this is another avenue, and it has things like critical illnesses and things that are going to cover you, as well as you can withdraw from it. It can become your bank. To learn more about what we do here at WFG SMB, make sure you like and subscribe and continue to visit our channel. Thank you so much on this Motivation Monday.
Thank you.